Shit. What up there, anime and manga communities? This is your boy Chidi, whatever you gonna call me. And today I'm here to talk about Toriko, chapter 262. Believe I'm correct. If not, I will make sure it's correct in that title. Anyways, I just want to go ahead and say this real quick. I did say I was gonna do this Let's Talk Monday, and I gave you guys my word, but I decided to do it today because I have work tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to be home until later on, and I'll get into why I don't do videos at night a little bit later, but either way it goes. So I'm doing it today. I hope you guys enjoy it. I still haven't figured out what's wrong with my camera. I'm trying out a new setup, as I'm sure you've noticed. So maybe this new setup will work a little bit better. I'm not sure. We's about to find out. Anyways, now let's go ahead and get into this week's chapter, Toriko, right? So I'm gonna need some help to quickly explain to you what the fuck happened at the end of this chapter, Toriko, because I'm gonna talk about the rest of the chapter, because there's some really interesting stuff in this chapter. But I need to do this first. Go. So, Mr. Khan, Mr. Khan, can you come here, Mr. Khan? Yes, yeah, pleasure to meet you, man. The guy from Mortal Kombat, right? Yeah, okay. See, I need you to say your signature lines to the fan base so that they can truly grasp the understanding of what the fuck happened at the end of this chapter. So go ahead and say it, okay? All right. Fatality. That's exactly what happened at the end of this chapter. Horror, yo, this come on, dude, for real. When I got to that end part, I'm gonna talk about that in a second. Let's just go ahead and get into the other meat and beans of the chapter, right? So the chapter starts off with us seeing Tepe and someone else in a robe, a tattered up robe. And my assumption would be that person would probably most likely be like Midora or fake Froze, but it looked too rough to be fake Froze, because fake Froze, you know, has a, what is the word I'm looking for? It has a more womanly figure, but we never know with Toriko. Crazier things have happened in the realms of Toriko. So then we go into the bewitching food world, where we are brought to the celebration of air, the salad, the greatest salad in the world. Now, on a quick side note, I just want to say, I don't like eating dressing on my salad. What? Why are you looking at me like that? This is freaking Toriko. A manga based upon food. What better way to continue the spirit of Toriko than to talk about food in of itself? Just saying, like, I don't like dressing on my salad. I like my salad nice and dry and plain. That's my salad. With that, just me, black guy. Whatever. Let's move on. So, you know, they're all enjoying that, and then we get into Coco telling us about the elements, the properties of air, what it does for the human body. And what this thing does is, the only word I can think of is devastating. This thing, just from eating this, your broken bones and injuries can heal. And then on top of that, this is the craziest part about it. This thing Coco says, one breath of air would let you survive dozens of hours underwater. He didn't just say a few. He didn't say, okay, well, a few hours here and then. Coco said dozens of hours underwater. That's why the Horse King could just sleep in for the next one. That's why the Horse King could do that. Because air, it's crazy. Like, dude, Akashia's full course is immaculate. Like, I don't even know what to say about this. Like, for real. Like, I really don't. But anyways, then we go from Coco to then we see Coco's arm change into his demons, his appetite demons. And then we also see Sunny's change. And they're trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And then Zebra's like, okay, he shows his arm, and his arms also change. And then he goes into explain that this is this is the beginning phases of them being able to control their appetite demons, the physical manifestation of their appetite energy. And that this is the point of this is the secondary point, if not the full point of Akashia's full course, is to allow those who have appetite demons to be able to control that. And eventually they'll even be able to go full body, which is like, I love this stuff. Like, I love this. This was foreshadowed within this arc, like big time. I mean, I always figured these appetite demons had some other use besides what we have been shown, but Dude, oh man, I love Toriko, dude. I love Toriko. I can't wait to see the Blue Oni come back. So then we see the Duruma Hermit say, yeah, that's a very rare talent even amongst our village. And he then starts to go in to explain the history of the Bewitching Food World, which is a very interesting history, I might add. Now, the Bewitching Food World is basically a bunch of people who are basically the people of the Bewitching Food World are those what is the word I'm looking for? The descendants of those who had gourmet cells forcefully injected inside of them, and the process didn't work out so well. That is basically what these guys are. And we get this through the Duruma Hermit explaining that the Blue Netero created the four beasts to kidnap and enslave the original pioneers of the new world, the gourmet world. And what they did, then from there, he continues to explain that there's two different ways to gain gourmet cells, which is through ingesting, eating, which is probably how Komatsu got his gourmet cells, eating foods that contain the gourmet cells. But this process takes a while. And on top of that, even if it does work, there's still a great chance of it just not even working. Then there's the direct method, which is you take that needle, shove it right in there. You better hope it works. And if it doesn't work, although this is a quicker method, if it doesn't work, you will end looking like the people of the Bewitching Food World, because your appetite demon, from what I gathered, your appetite demon takes over and it turns you into this thing. And that's what the people of the Bewitching Food World are, which I was wondering, like, what the fuck are these people? This explains a lot. So then he goes on to say that they hid in the shadow of the eight kings, most specifically the Horse King, because the Blue Netero, this line, it got me a little hyped. He said the Blue Netero would not dare carelessly fight an 8K. The 8 Kings, man, yo, this horse. Anyways, dude, I'm sorry, like, Toriko's, like, you gotta really give it to Toriko in the sense of this show knows how to make you hype. Like, it knows how to make devastatingly powerful characters. I'm not even gonna get into that right now. We moving on. So then, he's like, then the Duruma Hermit continues on to say that it's odd that the Blue Netero didn't show up during this event, which is true. It wouldn't make some sense that they would appear. And then he's like, whatever, it doesn't matter. Thank you, Toriko and the others. And then this is where she gets real. Everybody passes out except for Toriko, Zebra, Sunny, Coco, and Komatsu. And then out of nowhere, you see Teppei come up behind Komatsu. He's like, hey, just test him, like, hey, girl, I'm gonna need you to take that nap. He says, I'm gonna need you to go to sleep for a little while. This shoves his hands into Komatsu, like Mortal Kombat. He shoves his hand into Komatsu's chest and literally rips his heart out of his chest. He has his heart. Oh my god, like, dude, when I saw that panel, I was like, this is not shonen anymore. This is on some Hunter x Hunter. Y'all remember, for anyone who reads Hunter x Hunter, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. I was like, yo, dude. And then you see Toriko look at Komatsu. He's like, Komatsu? And Komatsu, Pat, he's done. And you see, and then he takes it a step further and crushes Komatsu's heart in his hands. This man, Toriko. Next week, all I'm going to say is that I hope to God Teppei brought some lube, because this nigga's about to get raped. I hope he's already ready. He spread him. He better be ready, because Toriko is coming. He is going to wreck Teppei. And I don't mean like real quick, he's gonna just pump. No, I mean Teppei is about to get murdered, like brutally. Like, I feel bad for him murdered. Like, dude. Either way it goes, I love this week's chapter of Toriko. Of course, Komatsu's obviously not gonna die. Here's what I see happening next week. Komatsu, his heart was taken out, but because of the properties of air, he can heal faster, so his heart regenerates. Bam, he's back. If Komatsu really does die, Mr. Toshi, you taking shonen to some new heights. I'm gonna give you that, but I doubt you're gonna do this because this is shonen. Nothing like that happens in shonen. Like, oh, where a main character dies like this. Nah, at least not this freaking far away from there. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see that happening. But either way it goes, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out now. This is your boy Chdeaaanime, whatever you want to call me. Signing out. Please be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and do other things to help Black Brother thrive. And I will catch you on the flip. It has been golden. Peace out, anime and manga communities.